Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Eureka Farms with me, CWATTYESO here in Farming Simulator 19. Look at our lovely little chickens. They're laying a lot of eggs, apparently. That's good to see. That's good to see. How many have we got now? They've multiplicated really fast. We're up to 65, so we've gained 15 of each chicken since I bought them. Brilliant stuff. Leave them be. What we need to get on with today, folks, is, well, there's a load of contracts, all harvesting, which is kind of bad because I actually need to harvest my own fields. So field 8 is ready to harvest, field 9 is ready to harvest, field 7 is ready to mow. We've got our grass to mow. However, I'm going to start harvesting on field 9. The reason for that is because that's the field that I bought in the last episode. And unfortunately, it seems to have the typical problem that comes with using precision farming stuff, in that the AI just doesn't work the fields properly. And this is a base game thing as well. Even in the base game, the AI does not work its fields properly. It doesn't lime spread, doesn't fertilise properly, and therefore the fields are in a right state when you eventually acquire them. And it's made kind of worse with precision farming because of the way the AI are really diabolical at doing their field work. As a result, this field here that I bought, having done 2 fertilising contracts on the field, has really bad nitrogen levels. And at first you're thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, if I've done 2 fertilising contracts, how can the nitrogen levels be bad? Well, the reason is because there's now too much nitrogen on these fields. Because this field has obviously not been soil sampled till I requested my geologist go and do it, which is one of the new features of the precision farming add-on mod. Actually go and request analysis of fields by a third party. You pay a lot of money for the guy to come out sample the fields. You pay for each sample he takes, and then you pay $6,000 to get the results back in several hours. So it's more expensive to use the geologist to sample a field, but if you compare that to, say, buying a tractor, buying a scout, and the time it takes you to do it yourself, you might argue, having the geologist come and do the soil sampling for you is probably not a bad thing. But having soil sampled this field and had the geologist send me the results, yeah, this field has now got way too much nitrogen on it. So I'm not expecting great things from this barley yield. And in fact, it might take us a little bit of time to get the fertilizer levels down on the field to the point at which we're not actually harming our yield even more than we're harming our yield by having crap soil. When this gets full, I'm going to go grab the trailer that's over by the chickens. Lovely first batch of barley. Lovely first batch of barley. Pretty much go straight into the chicken pen and feed the chickens. The rest of it I'm just going to put in the silo, I think. There he is, over at the chickens, like I say. We'll go and empty him. We'll bring the barley straight back, dump the first load into the chicken pen. I have realised that I am missing the animal pen extension mod. I have downloaded it, however, it will not be in the series until probably... ends. Because I'm trying to record the rest of this week's videos today, so I'm going to try and record 4 videos today. Or 3 videos, or however many videos I have to produce for this week. Which means I'm not going to be logging out of the game and enabling mods till the next time I load the game up. So animal pen extension will come to the series at some point. The other mods that I was wondering about, because like I say, I added the precision farming add-on, and then I was wondering about what other mods, and I've had updates for Straw Me, which apparently fixes the issues with the bales that I was having with the previous update, which is why I rolled back to the first version of the mod. Apparently the bales have now been fixed. So we'll give that a try. Next time we come to do some straw me type straw, which will probably be on this field when we do the canola straw. And then following on from that, just a couple of other updates. So it wasn't precision farming add-on is the only new mod I've added recently. Haven't really seen anything else that takes my interest. Unless, like I say, someone can come out with a John Deere autonomous over there that supports guidance steering, and I will happily have that and install that. Are you there? Just going to carry on harvesting. I know I'm not dropping straw on this headland. I don't want to drop straw on the headland, I've decided. We're getting decent-ish yield on some of this. That's amazingly amazing. There we go. Roll back on now. Did notice one thing weird. As I was doing the fertilising contracts, and I left the worker doing the fertilising contracts, when he did field 4, for some reason he got to about this point where he come down here, did this row, and then he had some kind of weird flip out, because I found him in the trees over here on field 2. And I don't quite work out how that happened. I went away, I went downstairs to get myself some lunch, because obviously it's 12:15. So I went to get some lunch early. I thought I'll just leave the worker finishing off that contract on field 4. It'll be fine when I come back. He'll be done, or he'll have run out of fertilizer. When I came back, he was neither done or out of fertilizer. No, he was in these trees over here. How he got across from here, which was the last row he'd done, to there, I don't know. No idea. Kind of wish I'd been watching, or at least I'd left the recording running so I could go and check it. Yeah. Don't really know quite what happened there. Oh, I'm going to need to get another trailer over here soon. Obviously got a lot of barley. In fact, we're nearly full. Thing was, we managed to complete the field. Do a headland again along the top, but I am going to go fetch another trailer. So I'm going to leave that one there with me barley for the chickens. That's not going to go anywhere. Let's go over and grab our other trailer, and then let's go and empty the harvester. So yeah, finance-wise, we're at 208,000 after doing the 2 contracts, fertilising contracts, having obviously spent a large portion of money buying field 9. Obviously, what we need to do once we've harvested field 9 is we're going to need to plough it, we're going to need to lime it, we're going to need to lime it, then we're going to need to plough it. Then we're going to need to seed a crop on it, and then we're going to have to fertilise just to see what happens with the fertiliser. Some areas of the field will need fertilising. The areas that have been over fertilised will obviously not be fertilised. But ideally, we need to try and get the extreme ends of the fields to meet somewhere in the middle. We do. We need to get the extreme ends of the... That's fine. Harvester is emptied. And this side of the field, very nicely. Into this now. We've done the headlands, so straw on. Pretty much just let this guy, let the harvester now do his job. Cab for you if you want a bit of nice in cab. We're at 65% full harvest capacity. And we will be baling this field once we've harvested. Will be kind of cool. We're now at 92%. Super full. %. 40. I think it's because I did the headland. Don't imagine the harvester will get full from just doing a single downward row. But we'll check. What I'm going to do to try and speed this process up a bit, worker, let's hire ourselves a worker. And then I can drive a trailer. I can do grain duty, grain cart duty again. And also I can do baling. So I can do a combination of baling and grain cart driving to get this job done a little bit sooner. Flare bales. I also need to remember, still haven't done it, camera collision mod. Gotta disable that. When I get a chance. Maybe when I enable animal pen extension, I will remember to disable camera collision. Let's get in a position where we're going to be ready to unload this guy. No. Cruise control. I need to figure out how to do the old it's weird, it doesn't look like it's going to let me sync my cruise control with the harvester driven by a computer. AI worker, should I say. I know he's only doing about 10. I can actually increase my cruise control by 0.1 now. 0.1 kilometers per hour. A little bit faster or a little bit slower than the game normally allows. Useful for when you've got harvesters that are running at different speeds, where one speed's a little bit too fast and you pull away from the harvester at one speed, the next speed up or the next speed down is then too slow and you end up falling behind the harvester. Now you can actually find the perfect sweet spot in the middle then. Nice. Bale's done. Chucking out bales, chucking out bales. Right, need the other tractor now. Helper D is a nearly full grain tank. Well, let's get to Helper D quite quickly then, please. he's full. Wasn't quite quick enough to get to him. Follow him to the bottom of the field, then we can. I'll drive back up and park at the top of the field this time. Then it makes it a bit easier for me when I need to. When I need to unload him. When I get the message that he's nearly full, I'll already be at the top of the field. Okay, so I've had to insert a little bit of a time lapse here in the video for two reasons. One, without the time lapse, this video was going to be really long because of how long it takes to do this harvesting and do all the bales, pick up all the bales, and also because whilst recording this video, a family member decided to come into the office, sit next to me and start talking, which of course I can't include in the videos for various reasons. So I've had to cut out all of that audio while I carried on playing, and I figured I might as well just throw in a bit of a time lapse of me finishing off the barley harvest on this field, doing the baling up the straw. I probably won't show you the selling of the bales, that'll probably be done off camera. I might even try to chuck some of the straw bales in at the BGA, because I forgot, one of the things I did forget, although this map has got one of those annoying BGAs on it which doesn't have a tip trigger for trailers and for bales, I am using a trailer, an auto-load trailer, that allows me to position the offloading, unloading point of the trailer, so I can actually move the bales and position them above the hopper on the BGA and then hit the unload button and watch them fall straight in. So I might give that a whirl, and then I can get some digestate producing very early in the stream, in the series. We can then look at getting a slurry spreader. I know we've got the manure spreader at the minute, but if we can start producing digestate, then that's not going to cost me any money. Use a slurry spreader to fertilise the fields, because at the moment, obviously the manure spreader, I have to buy the manure and it's expensive. So if we're going to try and really, you know, be efficient and penny saving with precision farming, we ought to try and fertilise our fields as cheaply as we can, as free as we can, wherever possible. I'm going to go chuck all this barley as well. When I go, I'm going to take it to the silo, empty it in the silo, store it all over there. I might sell some of it, I might sell a little bit of it, depending on the finances, although I'm hoping, finance-wise, money-wise, that I'm not going to need to sell the barley, because when I come to harvest field 8 with the canola there, the canola straw might be enough of a profit maker in its own right that with the canola being sold and the canola straw, I don't need to sell the barley. We can keep the barley in the farm silo and feed the chickens and eventually other animals as and when we add to them. But obviously the big steps will be, after getting this field done, is getting it ploughed and limed as I've mentioned before, trying to get the fertiliser sorted out correctly on the field, and then after that, who knows? Who knows? But I think the next video, probably we might look at grass mowing next, to have a break from this kind of harvesting, because I've done a fair bit of harvesting of this nature already this series. It'd be nice to get into the grass mowing, baling, haymaking. We might need to get a tedder, a windrower, and a mower for use in the series. I'm just going to move the equipment out of the way, and then we'll be good to go. Finish off the baling. Folks, we'll have a bit of a wrap up at the end of it. I'll come back in the proper video with proper live commentary in a few moments. So, catch you in a second. Okay, so the barley harvest is done, and we've got let's have a look. 227,918 litres of barley. We've also made 55 bales today. Straw bales. So that's going to be very useful when we come to sell it. Or when I sell it in a little while, off camera. Yield wise, wasn't great. Bit across the middle was a bit rubbish. Nitrogen levels are quite bad in some areas of the field. pH is not great. We will rectify that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the bales picked up and get them sold. When you come back in the next video, we might have a look at grass mowing as opposed to doing the canola, because I figure if I do 2 episodes of harvesting back to back, it might be a little bit boring for you folks to watch. Combine, so we might look at mowing next. Can also think about then chucking in some sheep, can't we? And adding those to our farm, along with our wonderful chickens, which are still over here, still producing lots of lovely eggs for me. During the course of this video, they have multiplied again. We've gained a couple more chickens. So yeah, chickens are coming along very nicely. Well, we've reached the end of today's episode, everybody. So thank you for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the series so far and you're following the series as a whole. If you haven't, and this is the first video you've caught, feel free to go back and watch the rest of the series. And feel free to go back and watch any of my other farm sim series on any of my other maps. Really helps if you subscribe to the channel, because then you get to obviously see more of the videos. Also helps that you leave a like on the video, because, you know, YouTube likes all that kind of stuff. It helps with the algorithm. Anyway, I've been CWATTY. This has been the Eureka Farms map in Farming Simulator 19. And that is it for today, folks. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.